I'd like to tell you a little more about one particular issue. Now, there's two vexing problems in Washington, and I've told you about one already, and that's campaign finance reform. Nobody's been able to solve that, but of course I'm offering you a solution here that relies on your good citizenship and also relies on the news media to be responsible journalists and report all the candidates regardless of how much money they spend. And I think we've seen them doing a good job with that. We just left an event a few minutes ago that had very good media coverage, and we appreciate the coverage that you're giving us here. But the second issue, the second of the two most vexing issues in Washington that I propose a simple, elegant solution for is Social Security reform. And Social Security, as you know, is spending more money in beneficiary payouts than it is taking in revenue. And the gap there is wide and expected to widen further. And from your point of view and your position, you're going to be paying into Social Security, and your expectations, if things stay the way they are, is that likely you will never see a penny of that in returns on your investment. And it is an investment. You're investing in retirement income. The people that are the current beneficiaries are constantly being worried and harassed with threats that their benefits are going to be cut. Those people are dependent on that money. That's their income, and they live off of that. And it's unkind for people to discuss Social Security in a light that might make them uncomfortable or uneasy that those benefits would be threatened. So I offer a solution. I propose a remedy for Social Security that does not raise any taxes, that does not deny any benefits, no delay of benefits, no cuts of benefits, no denials of benefits of any kind, and it doesn't add to the deficit. And it's a proposal that everyone would like. And I bring this to you and show this to you because this is the kind of government that I want to bring to Washington. And this is the kind of government that I can do if I am not distracted by the need to raise campaign money. And here's the solution. We offer a tax cut. A tax cut. And that tax cut is going to be placed strategically as an incentive for beneficiaries of Social Security to decline their Social Security benefits, because the taxes that they will keep will be far more appealing to them individually when they make an individual decision, far more appealing than the Social Security money would have been. And here's how it will work. Any beneficiary of Social Security who is at or above full retirement age, if they voluntarily, and that's important, individual choice, voluntarily forego Social Security for 1 year, that they would be exempt from all federal income tax and all federal Social Security tax on earned income in that same year. Now, earned income may be a new term for you. Earned income is, you know, if you go out and get a job and that's what they pay you, it's not like dividends and things like that. So people's retirement accounts and things like that would be taxed differently, but earned income. Now think of what that does for the retired person who may have an underfunded retirement, wish to keep working, or that we have greater longevity in our seniors, and many of them prefer to remain more active and more productive, and we encourage them to remain productive in commerce and industry, and they're creating new wealth. And the incentive that we give them to keep their taxes allows them to generously forego the Social Security payments. And as they forego those payments, the demands on Social Security go down. Social Security doesn't have to pay out so much. And so the solvency, the balance is returned. They're bringing in revenue, and the revenue that's going out isn't going out nearly so fast. Now the question in your mind is, does it work? How much Social Security would you have to save? And if Social Security is about $600 billion, a little over $600 billion, if 1% of recipients, 1%, took us up on this deal, that's $6 billion. If 2%, around $12 billion. And the shortfall for Social Security in 2011 was about $11.6 billion. So we could cover the 2011 shortfall with just 2% of Social Security recipients saying, no thanks, I'd prefer to work. And what are they going to do when they work? They're going to make money, and they're going to stimulate the economy, they're going to retain that tax money. That's the incentive we're offering them. And that tax money they're going to spend. And the way they're going to spend it is perhaps they're going to take a trip. They're going to perhaps spend it on a grandchild going to school or a wedding for a grandchild. But they're going to spend that money. And that adds to the activity in the economy. And that activity in the economy is going to provide you with a job when you graduate. That's one of the questions they asked me at McNeese. They said, well, if those guys are still working, aren't they taking my job when I graduate? And I said, absolutely not. They're going to buy a boat. And then the boat company is going to want to hire you to be the accountant. So it stimulates economic activity, and it's a plan that anybody could appreciate and like. And I offer you that plan, and I'd like to bring that plan on your behalf, on behalf of all the voters, to Washington, and to look at problems in Washington in a similar way, with constructive, conservative solutions for these very serious problems. And I've offered you two. You're going to ask me questions about others that I might give you good responses on. But I encourage you to consider that. I'm not a career professional politician, and I have good ideas on serious issues affecting us in Washington, and that I'm not going to accept one dime. Not now, not in the future, not one dime of campaign money. So I won't be compromised by any conflict of interest, and I won't be distracted by the need to continually look for that next campaign donation. So I'm the best candidate to represent you, and I encourage you to consider that. And if I've convinced you enough, I encourage you to work with me on this grassroots effort, because if we're not spending any money, the only way to spread that word is by responsible journalism and by word of mouth. Thank you very much.